Ah, Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, it's my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
Ja, wir sind weiterhin im Morddezernat tätig als Detective und haben gerade unseren nächsten Fall hier bekommen. Und damit herzlich willkommen zurück zu L.A.Noire. Ja, wollen wir mal sehen, was der Fall hier für uns bereithält.
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, Phelps. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah, it means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, Phelps.
Any central unit, car 16 Adam reports a
Naja, haben wir keine Zeit für den Fall jetzt hier anzunehmen. Wir müssen ja einen Mordfall aufklären. Da sind wir ja schon. So, wollen wir mal sehen, was hier abgeht.
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Brothers, Pinker?
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you when you're ready.
Okay. Schauen wir uns doch mal um. Was haben wir denn hier? Lecker.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
Naja. Auch geil, das einfach ohne Dingens.
Just when I think I've seen it all.
Ohne Handschuhe anpacken.
The lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
Sieht noch schwer jung aus, das Mädel. Kiss the blood.
Kiss the blood. BD.
Black Dahlia? Maybe? Man weiß es nicht.
Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails.
Lecker.
Only 21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
21 Jahre erst, alter Mädel. Ja, das ist schon...
The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered,
Yeah, we know the M.O. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, Further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
Okay, aber hier scheint eine Spur hinterlassen worden zu sein.
May as well follow the trail.
Ein Hut.
Antonia. Huh, same as the library card.
Ein Damenhut, okay. Wo führt uns die Spur hin? Ist hier irgendwas? Schuh.
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
Ne, kann das kein Zufall sein? Warum nicht? So. Klar, wäre ein ziemlich blöder Zufall, aber könnte doch durchaus sein.
On it goes.
Ja, da blinkt doch irgendwas da hinten. Dann gehen wir mal gucken.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it
Ja,
out.
so besser so, Allah. Sonst gibt es direkt auf Fressbrett.
House keys, strung up like bait on a hook.
Das ist schon sehr verdächtig.
You think he's trying to lead us somewhere?
Probably all the way to City Hall, that brazen son of a bitch.
That's got to be a code or a cipher.
Punktdiagramm. Hier war doch noch irgendwas, oder nicht? Ne? Mann, Alter, die hatten wir doch schon. Ist hier noch irgendwas? Ne. Doch? Ah.
Where are you taking us?
Das ist eine gute Frage. Gehen wir nachschauen. Wo führst du uns hin?
Empty. Where is all of this meant to be taking us? He clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
Da blinkt doch schon wieder irgendwas.
There you go, Phelps. We got a new M.O. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be
That's
getting more
true.
confident.
Was ist das?
Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
Okay. Hilft mir jetzt aber auch nicht weiter. Alter, was hat er bitte...
The trail points up.
Was hat er da nur veranstaltet, der Typ? Ist ja echt krank. Der Ring.
Pulled from the finger and hung up here. What's the significance?
Das ist eine gute Frage. Vor allen Dingen, warum ist die Handtasche hier oben? Die andere Hälfte vom...
Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Okay. War's das? Ja. Was ist denn jetzt los? Ah. Sollen wir nicht ganz wieder runtergehen müssen? Das ist aber nett. So, kommen wir zu Antonia Maldonado. Also, zumindest zu der Wohnung. Sie lebt ja nicht
It
mehr.
was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get
Hey.
him, we've closed the case.
Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
Not if he's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting those.
I'm sure.
Oh Mann. Schwingt er wieder die Rassismuskeule. Ist ja nichts Neues bei meinem Partner hier. Zufälligerweise ist auch vor jedem Haus, wo wir einen Fall haben, ein Polizeitelefon. Keine Tiere erlaubt. Rooms 35 Cent. Bett 15 Cent. Please see housekeeper within for vacancies. Aha. Steht da oben? Boarding House. Irgendwas. Parsons Boarding House.
Wait just a moment. I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPenta, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am.
Sind wir hier richtig? Ja, die Treppe hoch, ne? Hat die
What are
gesagt.
we waiting for?
Ja, worauf warten wir? Allah. Wo bist du denn? Hier, ne? Ja. Ich denke mal, wir sind hier richtig, oder?
Look at that.
Ja.
Someone's turned the place over.
Antonia. Bezug auf einen Brief vom 7. Gesuch an den obersten Gerichtshof des Staates von Kalifornien angenommen und ein Gerichtstermin angesetzt wurde. Ihr Fall, Prozesslist Nummer 98765, wird am 17. September angehört werden. Ich wurde darüber informiert, dass Ihrem Ehemann Angel Christopher Maldonado, wohnhaft in Hill Street, Los Angeles, die offiziellen Unterlagen zugestellt wurden und dass sein Erscheinen im Zentralbezirksgericht am oben genannten Termin gewünscht wird. Obwohl es nicht notwendig ist und viele Frauen in ihrer Position sich dagegen entscheiden, würde ich Ihnen raten, am vereinbarten Termin ebenfalls im zentralen Bezirksgericht zu erscheinen. Meiner Erfahrung nach kann die Anwesenheit einer weiblichen Klägerin in Fällen wie diesem den Ablauf positiv beeinflussen. Und wenn Ihr Ehemann am 17. September nicht erscheint, was Ihrer Aussage nach wahrscheinlich ist, kann das nur unsere Chancen verbessern. Mit freundlichen Grüßen, Frederick, die Tatort LLBJD.
Okay, we have an address.
Keine Ahnung, was das alles heißen soll. So, dann pack mal weg, das Ding da. Oh, Junge, Junge, wie das hier aussieht.
Charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
Ja, das ist eine gute Frage. Naja, das Fenster ist kaputt, Alter.
The smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
You know how I feel about windows, Phelps.
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. I
Junge,
wonder where it was taken from.
das ist eine gute Frage. Haben wir alles? Komm, gehen wir mal runter zu der alten. Ich denke mal, wir haben alles, oder? Ich hoffe es.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, Detective. I'll do my best.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife that served me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
Pass auf, was du sagst.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
Die
She
hat
married him
Faust
when
die
she was
Knelle und die
17.
Alte.
He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I've no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
I think she went to a bar. She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
This bar have a name?
Dorado Bar. It's a Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
You've had a break-in?
No, that can't be true.
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti. What do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Looks like I was mistaken.
Ja doch, hier. Da.
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles.
Waschbär.
It'd be very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
What about her bracelet?
I don't know anything about a bracelet.
Mensch, das tun sie doch nicht so. Also, bitte.
In her wedding photo, she's displaying a charm bracelet.
That thing? She never wore it. He gave it to her. She always kept it in that wooden jewelry box.
Thanks, ma'am. You've been very helpful.
Pay a call to that husband of hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
We can either front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at him, or we could check out the Dorado Bar.
Ja, dann fahren wir doch erstmal zu dem Typen, oder? Also schauen wir uns den Dude mal an, was das für einer ist.
A nosy old hag?
Ja.
Ah! And I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wives line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
How about we drop in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week.
Allah, lass mich doch mal hier drehen.
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
Vorbeifahren.
I've been
Amateur.
through 3 films. No big deal. After a while, you just numb yourself to the experience.
Wow. Aber ich bin Rennfahrer, weißt du doch, Galloway.
But Angel, he's a young Latino man. It would hurt his sense of who he is. He'd see himself as a failure, a woman taking control over his life.
Ja, schon. Ist ja gar nicht so weit weg gewesen.
Then she fronts him and he snaps.
Whoa.
Works for me. That makes Angel a killer as well as a piece of shit.
Sind wir hier richtig? Jo. Alter, hier wohnt er? Oh, ey. Supervisor. 3. Stock, gell, war das. Oh, die Fenster könnten auch mal wieder geputzt werden. Ist ja eklig.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our
Genau,
boy by
einfach
surprise.
rein. Boom.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Oh Mann, muss ich mich wieder boxen hier.
Don't make me hurt you.
What do you think, Joe?
Na komm. Na komm, Kleiner. Ist auf Maul, ey. Wo? Diese Kopfnuss. So ein Kinnhaken. Junge, Junge, immer, dass die auf die Fresse
You
wollen.
got some decent shots in there.
Genau, nochmal ins
Cuff these
Trof.
sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no.
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, goddammit! You think I'd kill my own wife?
Tja, das ist ja meine Aufgabe, das rauszufinden.
Should get the whole place going over, then talk to the neighbors.
Hä? Junge, du hast gerade deinen Hut noch nicht an.
And Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me
Nämlich nicht
Finn.
findbar. Hey, Junge, lass mich doch mal hier alleine rumlaufen. Was war denn hier? Just picked. Obstmarkt.
Just picked fruit market.
Oh.
I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
Bisschen Alkohol. Mhm.
This will take some explaining.
Das ist sehr merkwürdig. Also.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. Got
Na, schauen wir doch mal.
Sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD, were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Ist hier noch jemand?
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well-executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
11K, en route.
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to girls who've been out drinking?
No. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. It's a sad story, but this town's seen it play out 1,000 times, Cole.
Why don't you want to see a connection here?
Because there are perfectly good real-life suspects for every one of these murders. We don't need to go looking for the monster under the bed.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters?
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah. Me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. What did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
Divorce papers? Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was going to show him.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was going to serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
A waitress. Can I have another spoon?
I think he's a bit of a ganguero.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
He drove me up to Mulholland and we did some.
Sir, do you work here?
Sorry, pal, just making deliveries.
From where?
Just Pig Fruit Market across the street.
A fruit market delivers here?
Yeah, sure does. The Mexes love a little slice with their tequila.
We found a crate a lot like the ones you're wheeling there, except it was filled with booze. You know anything about that?
What? No, we deliver all over the place, officer. No telling where the boxes end up. Excuse me, I have to get on with this.
Fine, thanks.
You want a tip?
Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
Extra, read all about it!
Officer 103 AD. Units in the vicinity.
Central Unit, Car 16F, reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identify.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
They're waiting down in tech services, Phelps.
Now the DA wants my head.
We gonna go downstairs and see Donnelly or what?
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all this fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case. Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nut job's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley. Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finnis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Seems like a nice boy, putting all those hoodlums in jail.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her, and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out, and I went out after her, and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford Coupe.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far, and you lashed out.
I told you, I wouldn't accept a divorce.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the Dorado Bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
What's your read on Maldonado?
I still like him for it. Seriously, that line about the guy at the fruit market making eyes at his woman? Please. Now, we'll get to the market and the guy behind the counter will tell us he saw Angel drag his old lady off into the night. This case will be shut like all the others.
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive, at 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Sir, Wait, you look familiar.
Hey, from the bar, right? What brings you here?
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She hadn't been back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh. No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. They must have seen it during the war. This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads. How can we fail, Skip, with the Shadow leading the show? Who the fuck is the Shadow? Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming.
You're sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?